Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today it's gonna be a video for those who like to start to learn how to bead. And in my last video we was creating little flowers, and I promise you the next video I will teach you how to create some leaves. And I have some example in here that I made probably like 7 years ago, and I didn't touch them. So this is different kind in here. I tried different kind of beads, and some my first experiences where I learned how to make this one was netted, that you can supposed to put a few of those pieces together and create the flowers. This one, I think it's the same thing, netted leaf. So if you can add something like this kind of piece, you can have like wrap in here around, and you have a little decoration for your future necklace or maybe earring, or just like, you know, the bracelet and one piece is dangling down as a charm. Okay, so there's the leaves. It's like a Russian leaves with kind of like a stamped on the inside, but you can tell that this one is totally wrong. I did some mistake in here, and that was my learning experience, and I decided not to rip them apart, just learn on my mistakes. So whatever is an efficient line and the kind of stay nice and strong. This one was same kind of created, but they have a stitches already on the inside. So if you don't have a stitches, it could be like this when it's open, have a hole in here, or you can make, okay, this is how you're supposed to kind of create those kind of leaves. Supposed to be open in here, like separated. So kind of you start from this piece and then you go up, 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 and then next transition go lower, 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 and then you stitch it in here. So this was like long time ago. Here's the another one piece that I created, and this one kind of hold, and see how different shape and different techniques. I don't know how close we can look. Maybe this way. There's a different center in here, and it's kind of wavy on the outside. This one has like a veins into it, different color, and also can hold the beautiful shape. No, where you wanna shape this leaf or like totally round, or like you can shape this one. And here is the techniques for this one. Now I did not make them for so long that you kind of start forgetting how to make them. And mostly of these leaves creators are Russian, Ukrainian YouTubers. And I started to make last night. Again, I kind of forgot how to make them. And obviously these two I did wrong as well, because you can tell that it's lopsided. This side a little bit more proper way, and here is like it's not enough a little bit. Then I created a little bit like this one. This one also have a mistake, and I always do mistake on the same spot. This is crucial spot that if you don't pay attention, your leaf will be crooked, and better just tear apart right away to the point where you made mistake and redo. Otherwise you're gonna waste your beads, and you just have to do it again. So ladies, they say, okay, this is the easiest way of doing a Russian design leaves. Well, it's not actually. It's not simple at all. It's a complicated, and I was making in here a little bit today. Let me lift it up a little bit, camera. Okay, maybe I have to just lift it up a little bit. Just a minute. A little bit for adjustment in here. So they say it's a very easy way, but if you miss the point, it can be complicated. So I created this one this morning, and it's kind of same like this one, that you have to stitch in the middle. So I stitched this one. I'm gonna have to close the background so we can see. I stitched with the 3-point different color of seed beads, so make it like a seam and nice. And this leaf has a little bit oval kind of like a little bit bendable shape, and kind of closing a little bit this way, okay, because of the fire line, and keep a nice shape. So this is really kind of complicated, because you have to create one side, go all the way around, and then you have a hole that you have to stitch. So I came up with this leaf for you first, and this are the easiest leaf that you can start to learn at least how to create mosaic, beaded mosaic. So I made in here 3 different sizes, and they are a little bit different. And this little one, very little one, tiny, okay, we have 2 pointy beads in here, different color on each side. And the way I were looking tutorial, the lady was doing a very complicated way. She was jumping from side to side all the way till she finished this leaf. So I thought, well, that's kind of waste of time. And I make the other one like this, but I added 3 points in here, so the leaf gonna be a little bit more kind of like a curly. And then I make the other one. Yeah, so you can see there's a little bit of more wiggles and more volume go in here. So basically this one, it's the same thing, just reverse colors. And if you wish, you can well, we can do maybe in some different tutorials, we can make even more ruffle on the edges, so it's look beautiful. You see how it's a little bit wavy, and you can hold the shape a little bit as well. If you like, you can make this one similar to like this one, for example. You can make veins go on a leaf. So basically you can start with the same dark beads like on the edges in here, and just make a few lines on each one. So I'm gonna show you this leaf first, because this is the most easiest leaf. And if you can't create this one, then we're gonna step up and create this kind of leaf, because it's a little bit more complicated. And really need to pay attention. But for this one, you don't even need to count anything. All you have to remember is we're gonna start with even count of beads. Okay, so let me clean up in here and we will start. And I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna work on this one mono thread that I purchased in Walmart. If you can't find in Walmart, if you don't have a in your country maybe this kind of stuff, it's any fishing line will be do, any good quality threads for the beading will be good. But this one is 6 pounds, and I actually like it. See, it's still bendable, it's not very stiff, but it holds in a shape. So I think 6 pounds is a perfect thread to start our beading. And I just have this really thin beading needle with very thin eye. If we can check where it is, it's so tiny that no one even focus. You see how tiny? So to get your fishing line into the little opening, what you need to do, and this is my trick to you, tip, I grab a flat plier that doesn't have a teeth, it's flat in here, and I just pinch one side pinch, and it's make this end flat. You see how it's white because I squished it and it's flat. So this way it's easy go to the needle, and when you put this particular piece into the needle, then I grab my pliers and kind of help to pull through the hole in the needle, and that's how I thread my fishing line into my needle. So this is really easy when you flatten your thread. Okay, so let's get started. As I mentioned before, we're gonna create this leaf because it's the most easiest to learn. So for this, we don't need to really remember how many beads you need to pick. We will do measure by the size how tall you want your leaf to be. So in here on the bottom, I have a stopper bead in different color that will kind of make you a little bit easy to separate beads and kind of follow tutorial. And we're gonna go a few times through this bead. So this, I believe, size number 10, could be 11 beads, I cannot remember now, but I will put links to the store where I purchased them. This is the on the back of the label size of them. That's for this bright one, green, and dark one. That's the code for this one, and it's from Bead Park. Very good company, very affordable beads, and they have such a big variety of different gemstones and everything. So I really recommend you go and check it out, because they have some beads a little bit not even, but most of them are really actually good. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab one bead for now. Here it is, and we're gonna make a stopper bead so we don't, oh sorry, I've already lost it through. I was working with lawn before, and I'm just gonna go through the same bead one more time to make this. Okay, just like this. We can make this tail a little bit longer, just to keep our bead not slipping too easy while we're gonna make, because the first two lines, that's what kind of crucial. I have to put them together and so they don't slip through your end. So now what we're gonna do, all we have to remember to put even count of the second color that you want, and we're gonna have this bright color first right now. So I'm just gonna count how many I will have. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm gonna go more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is gonna be 16. So we're gonna put in here, and I'm gonna see, okay, this is, I think it's gonna be around same size. So I'm gonna put 20 of this. I want this leaf to be bigger. So I have already 16. I'm gonna add 4 more. Okay, are we seeing? Okay, 4 more. Now it's gonna be 20 in total. And then we need 3 more of this colorful. And because we have 1 in here on the very beginning, with this 3, it will create another even count. So it's 4 together with this one. So now we have a 24 together beads. And you don't need to have a 24, you can have 26, you can have 20. So it's always even count. That's all you have to remember. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna push this 3 bead away and go from up down through 1 bead only. So this is the only first kind of a line that we will have to create a little bit, beginning a little bit just not comfortable. So we have right now so far this, and now we're gonna add all these light beads by one. We grab one, we coming out through our this bead, we miss one and go into the next one. So this is what we have. We went through that one after we created our peak on the top, miss one, go to next one. So now we kind of gonna zigzag like this all the way to the bottom, and this is our mosaic design. Do we have enough light? Okay, so we coming out from here, miss one, go into the next one. It will create, just don't lose this bead. Sometimes it's keep untangling, we just have to kind of hold it. Sometimes it's easy if you flip your design upside down like this, so you hold this tail in your fingers, and that way it's not gonna slip away, and just keep creating from here. Okay, so we coming out from this bead, we miss one, go next one. If you want to speed up this point, you can, but we have to finish. Okay, miss one and next one. Always you go with your needle through the second bead after the one that you place in. If you want to go slowly with me, okay, you see where, okay, this is actually good focus right in here. You see where we're coming out? Now we're gonna miss the second one. Trying to pick up through the camera. Okay, here's we coming out from here. One, and second one we go in the second one. It looks crazy for now, but since we go through the next one, it will be kind of more easy to understand what is going on. Okay. Make your fishing line long enough but not too short, so you don't have to when you run out of the thread and then you have to add. So I don't know if you're gonna run out in here or not, because I was making for a while, so it could be possible I will be running out of thread and we have to do extensions, so that would be good actually. Okay, so we went to the bottom. Now you see where we are, so we're gonna leave behind the last one light color, and we have a next one dark color. So we're going to do normally again, we pick one bead and we're gonna go through our last one dark bead. Okay, we finish our first attempt to create kind of crosses it's hard visible right now, but we will be making them look better right now. Okay, what we're gonna do, grab a comfortable, I usually hold in with my fingers like right in here by the little tail of my wire up there, not wire, fishing line. Pull this one to kind of get this straight. Now we came out from dark bead without any extra bead. We just go with empty needle through the light one, just to make a step up. Okay, this is what we have so far. Now we're gonna pick one bead and we go same way, and those that's sticking out, see, like this one is supposed to be like 2 1 2 1. It just right now they are not straight because they all kind of like, if it's a just a soft thread, it would be, they would follow proper way. Fishing line always make them look kind of zigzaggy. So we coming out from this one, this is one single one, and those two sticking out, we go in one of them like this, pull out, pull your thread, grab another one, and we're looking which one is next sticking out. You can see them, this one, this one, this one, you see they sticking out, so you have to grab each of there, and between them put one bead and just pull it, kind of hold in your hands. It's easy way to control them. Sorry, sometimes I'm gonna close in on a camera, but I will show you what I'm doing. Okay, so my next sticking out is this one. Pull, and the more you pull here on the bottom, they kind of will line up a little bit better. So we just need to survive through this two first lines, and later will be very easy. Okay, put one on the needle and looking for our next. They kind of, it's sticking out easy, you can see them. Okay, they don't want to be very perfect right now. We're kind of creating like a line of 4 for now, you see that? Okay, keep going to the very top. Sometimes camera focusing on a background, showing you the beads. Okay, so next one, all those points that poking out, you put bead between them. So you still zigzagging to the very top till our dark beads will be soon. Okay, I think it's a one more time. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so here's what we have. We coming out from here, we have 2 bead and then one up there on the top, and that's a last one with the last kind of like a crisscross with light beads. We go into this last point in here like this, pull it out, and here's what we have. Now we don't touch these dark beads, but we are going to, if you want this kind of more wiggle lines, you put 3 beads on the top. If you want to be more flat, you add 2. So what we're going to do, we're gonna get wiggle or flat. Let's do wiggle. So I will go and do 3 bead on each peak. Okay, this one is dark one, Now we are going to, we just put this bead that it's sticking out and we're coming out from here. We're gonna go right in the same bead that we just put in here. Okay, can we see it? Let's see what's gonna happen when we pull our thread. There, it create another kind of like a wiggle. Okay, keep going now, same way. Now you can see better visible those beads that's sticking out. Between them, we're gonna put again a whole line of this light color, and it's very easy because it's very visible. You can see them very well, and they just gonna fall in the right place. Okay, you see we're coming out from one sticking out. We go to our next one right up there. Okay, and we keep going. Next one we're gonna have a here, here, here. All the sticking out beads, we're gonna put one more beads between them. So now I'm not gonna get too close to camera because it's really just like a mosaic work. You just fill in all those cracks. And it's very easy now. The second line is the most difficult because the beads look in kind of different way. Doesn't have the perfect crisscross of 4 as should be. Okay, when I get to the bottom, pay attention, we're gonna do our next step. For now we're just zigzagging as we would do. It's so much fun to create them. Okay, so we need 2 more left. You can see how they kind of separate by the lines. Okay, creating beautiful design already. Okay, so now we have one more. And one more. And this is our last bead that go into the empty space. Okay, make sure here we see we coming out from here, we grab a bead and we go into our this one sticking out. Okay, here's what we have. I hope it's focusing properly. Okay, pull. We should leave this tail a little bit longer because it slipped a little bit, but good thing the stopper bead is holding. Okay, so here's what we have so far. It kind of wiggle a little bit, but this is the peaks that create our leaf shape like this, right? So now we gonna do step up. Look closely where we came out from. I have to close background. We're gonna go in this bead that it's sticking out, so it's mean next one after we came out from this one, we go into this one without any bead additional, just a needle, go up. We have to step up. This is gonna create our line in here. Every time we step up, we will create this line. The only disadvantage, I don't know if you can see, the fishing line on this side. You will probably see it. Can you see in the camera? That's the only thing when you step up like this. So we did our step up, and now again you already clearly see that we have to put bead here, 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 all the way to the green one. So keep going in mosaic up to the top, and it's the more you create lines that it's more visible it's get. The bad thing is sometimes string catching up into my gems and pulling my thread. I have to create design for my nails, a little bit something that is not catching. Okay, we are going up, up and up, filling in with those empty spaces. If it's easy for you, you can flip and go down, but just remember that dark beads, it's our top of the leaf. Okay. If you have to pause video and catch up, please do so. Okay, hold on. I think I make mistake in here. Alright, I fixed my mistake. Looking through the camera, instead of this bead I went kinda over one, so I just have to pull out 2 beads to fix it. When you spot mistake, you have to do this right away. Easy to kind of pull this line away so you can see better. Okay, so we went again to the top, and okay, maybe I'm gonna readjust a little bit light. We again went to the last bead under those green one, so we're gonna put another 3 dark bead to make our kind of ruffle, and we go straight to the same bead that we just add to our line. Okay, here is what we have now. We just place another 3 bead, so it's always gonna go like a little ruffle. And now between each of the spaces, see, you coming out from here, you go with your needle right into this bead that's sticking out, but grab 1 bead, don't forget about that. Okay, it's easy kind of to wrap like this, make a proper tension, that way you're not gonna miss your beads. And there you go, and just keep going again all the way to the bottom. So our distance in here slowly will shrink because we are finishing on this side, making a flat, and the top we keep ruffling up, so our leaves looks little, not just a flat. Okay, one more, and okay, this one, and we have one more bead to add. Okay, one more, and then we're gonna do our next step up. So always it's kind of, it's visible where you have to, you just have to do till it's all like in here is nice and flat. So here is missing, we're gonna put right in here, right in here. Okay, and then we go back right into the same bead that we just put by doing a step up. We just put this bead in here, so we're gonna go through, we're coming out from here and we go into the same bead we just add, and we created more longer closure, so it kind of look right now out of the shape, but you will fix it later. All right, so we did step up and we keep going again to the top. I'm not gonna speed up video. If you wish to speed up at this point, go ahead. I'm just gonna do together with you slowly. It's easy to see right now, and this is seriously the easiest way to create leaf. And what's beautiful about this is not just to create the leaf and add some flowers. This design is so versatile because, for example, if we look in here, you add a few findings and you have a beautiful earrings. Add even little red bead to make it like a berry hanging in here, 3 of them. So there's a really lots of combination of designs you can think of this. Okay, what we have, we need one more bright green, and here's our last bright green before dark ones, and then we're gonna add 3 more dark one, and go back to the same bead down that is sticking out, and it's the last bead that we just added. Go back and we have another wiggle on the top, so it starts to ruffle up. You can see that it's picking a shape kind of like as the wiggles, and we're going back into our mosaic zigzagging. We are almost finished this side. Be patient, I'm gonna show you what to do next. Okay, one more left. One more left to fill in. And step up without bead to the same bead that we just put in here. Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna add one more bead, and we go into the, I think we need like 3 or 4 left in here. Okay. 1, 2, and third one and last one for this one to go up. Well, not last one, but I mean before we turn. You see, we just need a few more left in here. So now again 3 dark one, and go back down into sticking out bead. Okay, another edge. Now we need one light one, and we have only room for one more. Okay. We're gonna step up once, and we have like a one bead only left. So, okay, so here it is. We are stepping up again, and we need just the one bead before dark ones, one light one, to fill this little space in here. Excuse me. Okay, here you go. And then it's gonna be last dark green ruffle in here, because we already smoothed out all this side in here. So we go back into the bead that we just add, and we go down. We're gonna do slowly as many as we can. We will push our needle all the way down. So I'm gonna do in few steps, and if your beads are not with very big hole, I use pliers to help me pull out. Okay, here is our created last ruffle in here, and then I have to get all the way to the bottom. Just a minute. Try to find which way is more comfortable, maybe like from this side. Go a few beads at a time if you can't get through all of them at once. Okay, that's why it's good to have a beads not as tiny. It's good to have those Japanese beads that bigger hole in them. Okay, will be easy right now if we just flip around, and two more left in here. Two and dark one. Okay, so we went through the last one, two and dark one. Don't forget that one for now. We need, so we finish our first step, first side. So now we have one side of this leaf, and we have to create the other one. So we will move now to the other side. We come out, and my thread will be short in here. We'll have to do extension. Okay, same thing as we did in the beginning. We coming out from the dark one bead. We are going to step up without bead to the next one, and from now on we do the same thing. In each of those spaces we fill one bead all the way to the dark one, and we're gonna turn back with the dark one. So do mosaic one bead at a time through the whole this side, and then more you do, your leaf will be making a right shape. The more you put drills. Now, not drills, sorry, too many diamond paintings for me, I guess. Beads. Okay, just add one at a time and pull. See, like right here, we coming out from here. Go to next, that's sticking out. Next one, going up and up. the way to the top. You see how our structure starts to get a little bit straight, not as triangle anymore. And one more last one, light color. Right, the one that's under our dark ones. Okay, you see that. We don't touch the one that does green. Hold on, let's focus. This green sits on one light one. We don't touch that. We go into this one. So now we're coming out from this bead, from this one bead. We grab 3 of dark color. And go right back into the bead that we just put there. And then you do the same thing all the way to the bottom as you did on this side. Same thing, zigzag up and down, and just don't forget to, on the bottom, to do step up without bead. So you keep going, do this, and I will see you. Actually, right now my thread is really short. I might just as well show you what I'm going to do, how I gonna add new one. You can simply do knot and start, or you can just wiggle around. Let's see, we have enough a little bit to get to the bottom. Okay, so sorry about that. Okay, so we need 2 more, and then we're gonna finish this thread. I think we needed 2 more. Let me check. Yes, you see we have 1 more spacer in here, so we have to put this 1 more in the one that is sticking out. Let me just get into it. Like that. And we have to step up right now without any bead. So I'm gonna step up in here, and I'm gonna wiggle, well, I'm gonna put 1 more bead to make this right. Okay, my next bead. And now, just to finish my thread, I'm gonna go zigzag into these beads. Okay, so if I came out from here, I will go from here down, just so my thread wouldn't be visible. Let me just get into it. See, like this. I coming out from this one, I go down into this one, because I need to finish my thread to zigzag this around, and then I'm gonna go back up and do this few times up and down to secure my thread. In the middle of that, you can even put some knot a little bit, and I will come back and show you how I finish. Okay, sorry about that. I have to stop and finish in video next day. So what I did, here is my little tail that finished from our thread because it was a short. So what I did, I I add our one bead, and then I just wiggle, grab needle, one knot in here mate, and came out from this end. So now I have my tail in here on the bottom. Now I'm gonna start new thread. I went, here you go, you see, I went through this bead, came out from 1 2 3. Now I'm gonna try to make a here one knot. If I only can do this on camera, I'm just gonna grab the thread between the gems, between the beads. You see what I'm doing? Pull it to the top. And right now I'm leaving a tail on the bottom up there longer. Like, here is my new tail that I just add. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna cut this right now. A little wiggle here. Okay, so I'm gonna make it shorter, then go through this with my needle to create a little knot up there in the middle, just for extra secure. I didn't really need to do this right now because I have along here this thread that I can just tie the knot with each other, with the one that I have left. But depends what you're doing, you just always make it one knot. You're not gonna see the knot later. And now we have to wiggle to the point in here, because last bead we did is this one. Now we're gonna have to go to another right in here. So I'm gonna go, I wanna look where is my thread. It's coming out. I will be go one more up, because you have to follow pattern, so your fishing line is hidden in those beads, but in the order how beads go, don't crisscross. If you have to step up one, go ahead, step up. And now I'm gonna go this one down and this one up, and I will be on the right direction. Okay, just double check. Yes, now I have to go one down, and the more we wiggle, the more we secure our bead, and then I will come out from this next one. Be careful, don't crush your bead in this point. Make sure your bead has a good holes, not very thin, so your thread can needle go a few times. And that's why Toho beads are good for that, because they have a bigger hole. Okay, so we wiggle and here is where we are, on the right direction. So we have our longer thread again. In this point you can tie the knot if you want. This is old one and this is new one. Right now I'm just gonna leave it as it is, because my knot in here secure and you cannot see where. See, that's good hiding. So we're gonna continue. Now I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. We do mosaic as we did before on the other side. Okay. If you're working from beginning with longer thread, you don't need to do this extension and all this headache, because you would start with longer thread. It's just because I was making a pull my leaf off my hand. Hold on. Yeah, but you would be starting with longer, so you don't need to do this step. But just for in case, if any moment you need to extend your thread, that's what you do. You just wiggle and keep going. So I don't know, you wanna watch all this side as well without speeding up, because in here it's really same thing as we always do. We fill in those empty spots, go to the last spot that we have before our green ones, like in here, our last bead, and we're gonna come back into this bead. Okay, and now we're gonna need 3 dark green and go back in the same bead that we just put in here. Go down, and go down again till here, and then step up. So okay, I'm gonna get to the spot that we have to finish, and I will get back to you. Well, I hope you already got to this point. I have in here left only 2 beads to add, so I already put 3 dark one, and now I'm gonna go 1 down, and 1 more, all these edges you can tie it up, not and just cut them off. I would recommend to keep them just for in case in your project, whatever you're doing, you need to tie 2 pieces together instead of stitch. So I always keep them to the end. Okay, now we're gonna do step up in the bead that we just put, and just keep in your finger on the top of your bead, pull your thread. That way you're not gonna have lots of tangles, and then your bead will go right in a proper place. Okay, let's keep going. Now we need 1 bead. We're gonna get 1 in here. We hold and hold and hold, and that way fishing line not very tangled this way. Okay, I have to remember to stay on camera. Okay, our last one, 3 dark green. 1, 2, 3. For this part of design, the drills, the beads, sorry, doesn't have to be very like high quality, because it's go on the edge, so it doesn't matter if you have your like even size or not, because this is like decorative piece. So if you have some beads that it's not as high quality as you like, that's the way you can put it in here. In here would be nice if you have even. Okay, so we add in our last 3, and we're gonna go down as many as we can. Like this. Losing my voice. And go all the way to the bottom. 3 more. Excuse me, please. Okay, this is kind of harder part. It's to go through all the beads because it depends on a hole in your seed beads. Okay, and we have to end up to go through this one green one as well, from the top and down, to kind of create the end point, because this is our first and supposed to be a center bead. Okay, let me just make sure we don't tangle this the other pieces. Okay, one in here. Just a minute. Okay, got it. So at this point you can tie them, at least maybe like 2. I would do, if we can see, maybe over this mat will be better. You don't need 3 of them. You can tie it 2 with each other and just leave a little longer. Usually I cut maybe like 2 inches and just leave this tail till I'm ready to do my design next step. That way I know if I have to maybe just tie them together to something. If I have to stitch, I would tie a few knots, seal it. Fishing line, it's good to seal with the lighter, but don't over burn and don't damage your design. So this was our creation. I think it looks beautiful. Also, you can give a shape. You can twist like this way, make it wavy, and if you want to have earrings, you can definitely do. Now we can see that this side is bigger, this one smaller. You can create anything you wish. Okay, and here is our design. So next time I think we can learn how to create this design, but for today, thank you so much for staying with me, and I hope you like the sleeves, and please try and let me know if you did this right at the first time or not. If you have to pause video and start over, please do so. And this is really simple, the first leaf that is really simple to make, and then if you create a few of them, you can put them together if same size, and it will be a flower or a star. There's many possibilities what you can do with them. All right, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.